My father, he loved playing tennis, and he would, ask my brother, my sister, and myself if we wanted to play tennis. So he'd get a bucket of balls, and next thing you know, he was just feeding ball after ball. They were looking for me a lot of nights, at 9 o'clock, and I was there at the courts. I was hitting against a wall. I was always trying to find different players to play with. I was a goalie in hockey, and my dad said, look, you have to make a decision. What do you want to do? You want to play tennis or hockey? So that's when I said, you know what, let's go for the tennis route. He was always committed. He took the midnight shift so he could be with us during the day while we were traveling, and he was able to be there and to monitor our progress and stuff like that. So we got into the car. He drove to North Carolina about 14 hours. He stayed there a few days with me. He left me there with a family that obviously he knew, and I was at an academy there training because there were 2 other juniors that were the top 1 and 2 juniors in the United States. So I'd have great practice and people to push me going forward. I went to nationals and I won them. I won the singles and doubles, indoor and outdoor, and then that's when Tennis Canada put me on the national team, and I started traveling all around the world playing all the junior international events. I remember when the first time I played junior Wimbledon from the juniors, and I was playing I believe it was the first or second round, and I was playing on the graveyard court where all the major upsets happen. And I was playing this guy, Jamie Delgado from Great Britain. He was like the #4 player in the world. I actually got through the first set. I won the first set, and then I had to pull out because I tore my stomach. But from then on, I was like, look, I belong here, I should be here. Playing the actual Grand Slams and the ATP events when I was a professional, playing Wimbledon, the US Open, the French Open, obviously were major accomplishments for me and things that stick out. I remember actually playing the juniors at the Junior US Open, and Brad Gilbert, the coach of Andre Agassi at the time, came to me and he says, hey, do you want to hit some balls with Andre? So I just went on the court, and I remember all the people that are around. Even when I was playing the juniors, I didn't have that many people around, and he was, we were just playing it was just a practice. And I remember there was a few thousand people watching the practice, bodyguards in each corner. Brooke Shields was there. So it was awesome. I always had the opportunity to play, practice and play with the great ones. I was on the Davis Cup team for about, I believe I was on the squad for 10 years in total, and I remember Louis Kai, the Davis Cup captain, had asked me, he said, look, I think you're ready to play? And all of a sudden I felt this huge weight on my shoulder. It was just oh my God, this is happening, I have this chance. For me, that was my ultimate goal, was to represent Canada, so I was delighted. I came from, Windsor-Essex. It's a small place. When you're playing in Forest Glade, I remember, spending many, many hours there. So for me to, come out there and say, okay, look, I've accomplished this on a national level, on a provincial level, and an international level, it's awesome.